So, starting on PS2, because PS2.
So starting out with just the gyro, oh, it looks like he's trying to take this stock
that's
now,
gonna
and
stock.
that's going to be it.
Just have a jump, but can they punish it?
Yep, yeah,
good,
gone.
Really good use of gyro. I do know Joe is one of those players who has been like, he's been nervous about it. He's been talking about it. He does have something to prove here. He's one of those players who can compete with a lot of like the PR players. He to start the last season in the DMV, he was contested for he was on track to get PR'd and kind of just started to buffer out near the end. However, this season it's been super strong from him, and he wants to keep that going and just prove right now that he can take this take the set over one of the favorites. And if he keeps playing like this, it looks like he can do it. But once again, he does. It is just the first stock of a best of 5 set, and he. That's not giving credit to AmarX, who can easily, who can come back from
he
it.
was trying to cook something devious right there.
Yeah, but going to go high there it does hurt Minmin's game plan, which is to punish with landings or punishing on the ledge. What happens if you just don't do that?
Yeah, what if I just didn't land for a while?
Yeah, but the one issue with that is you do use quite a bit of fuel. And I'm sure it's recharged since you just let him stay on stage for quite a bit. But it does come with, its own drawback.
Yeah, he's looking very comfortable in this matchup, too, right now. After taking that first stock, he definitely has slowed the game down a lot, relying more on gyro and letting that laser recharge before letting that one rip as well. Just trying to stand center stage, losing that stock, but he's still got a lot to play with, so he's looking very comfortable right now still. And
did he get the down tilt, F tilt? I don't know if he could have acted out of that. He was at a higher percent, but either way, that F tilt is strong at those high percents, and it directly on the ledge. Yeah, you're losing your stock there.
Yeah, he's healthily maintaining a 1-stock lead right now, getting pushed in the corner just a little bit, using the gyro to alleviate some of that pressure there. Trying to make something happen. It looks like he's definitely trying to close this one out soon.
Yeah, the constant pressure coming out from Joe here, not letting AmarX land. He's not letting the mid play the mid game. And that's really huge because, once again, mid a character that, the game plan's really simple. Play arms.
Yeah.
However, that's kind of the only thing that they have. And if you refuse to let them, this is of course, a lot harder to say, but if you don't let them play arms, what do? They don't play Smash,
Yeah, I mean, they kind of just have to hold that. Yeah, this time, they tried to cover high, and Joe was just like, no, I'll see you on the other side of the stage, and proceeded to carry them. Trying to go ahead and get a little bit of a sneaky hit in there. Not quite going to work back off stage. Delaying, again, the recovery. These recoveries from Joe are beautiful. And the way he just closed that one out, absolutely amazing there. Now we're going ahead to game 2. 1-0 Joe.
I can hear the North Virginia boys hyping up Joe right now. They want to see him win so bad. And hey, I mean, if it's looking good. That was a dominant game 1.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a super fast, pressure-oriented dominant. It was he was so comfortable the whole time.
Slow, methodical. He looks so comfortable in that match. Like, he absolutely controlled every. Even in disadvantage, you could tell how much control he had.
And going to PS2 again. I think I do gotta watch another game of it, because this could have just been a form of matchup, like a familiarity coming out from AmarX. Although, Rob is one of the most common characters. Should have a jump, but just used it there. Gonna take some more damage. Sour spot of Nair's sent perfect. That's dead.
That's gone. And here we are again, opening up with that explosive first stock. Now, Joe, once again, in the exact same situation as last game, sitting there with such a huge lead, and there's nothing that AmarX can do about it right now.
No. He knows where AmarX wants to be, and he's punishing him for doing that, for just playing the game. And that, just have a jump, but
he's barely surviving that one.
And this is what I mean, is like, the mid-min game is usually pretty linear, but it's really effective. But what happens when you have a character that doesn't allow the min to play the game like that? And we're just seeing this lead. Joe's not slowing down. Going to be
making the call out, taking the next stock, barely a minute into the game. Not only is he looking comfortable now, look at that giant grin coming in. He knows he has this in the back. He is in his head.
He looked at the crowd. He's starting to feel it, but once again, this is one of the issues of getting off the ledge versus Min. That's actually huge. So if you don't know, Min can use both her arms when she's holding an item. The issue is she has to use the B1 first. So like you're going to see he's going to start using the Megawatt more. Although I do think he just got a hit out of him. There it is. Yeah, I got hit out of him. But it allows him to hold on to it while still using the arm. So when he does have it held, the B special moves are going to come out first, which is huge because those are usually like the follow-up pressure coming out from Min.
Yeah, Joe somehow still holding on to the stock at 150 against Min. Now taking that up one stock now.
But Joe trying to get that gyro out there and taking about 40%, still stuck at this ledge. And yeah, this constant pressure on the platform is huge because Min needs to find a way to get on that ground, and Rob's general ability to consume space and to pressure everything is coming out. We're just seeing how easy it is to pressure a lot of this time.
Yeah, miss it. Not the stage spike from the gyro. Now sitting there trying to use the gyro, but AmarX just barely not getting caught by it before it disappeared. Joe getting gyro back immediately again. Now looking like he's trying to make something happen here. It looks like he noticed that he couldn't get as much pressure out now because AmarX just slowed down just a little bit. And so Joe said, that's fine, I'm okay with this. And we'll go ahead and slow and just said, I will sit here with my projectile and fire back. I'm not scared of your arms.
Yeah. But that lingering Megawatt is going to take that stock.
Getting clipped by the Rob up air.
I'm not sure if I saw it correctly, but it looks like they had the gyro and tried throwing it down to maybe hit. You can see the crowd going off for Joe right now, but maybe tried to throw down the gyro to stop him from chasing him up there. Unfortunately, it just contested with him, so that would be enough. However, I don't think going back to PS2 is the correct move. We've just seen how well Joe uses those platforms. He's talking to the crowd. AmarX completely different. Just gonna take this time to take a breath and think about how he has to adjust to this. Because if they keep going like this may actually just end up being a 3-stock.
Yeah, the 3-0 and a handshake from Joe, but AmarX finally not dying within the first 15 seconds of the match now, but he's gonna go ahead and lose that lead. Joe over here making it look very easy now, coming in, dropped the gyro. AmarX faked out the gyro this time, but gonna go ahead and get grabbed, and that DI was very suspect DI right there.
Unfortunate DI, Rob DI. It's harder to DI Rob up there than pick up Pithra, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. And unfortunately for AmarX, it happened when you couldn't afford it, when you needed to get a lead this game, because we've seen how well Joe is able to climb on his, able to build on his own pressure.
We're barely getting clipped by the forward tilt from Min, but making it back very comfortably now. Getting caught barely. Fuel's got to be running low now, so just got to be careful with how he lands for just a while.
The drag down with the up air, but still no gyro. So
gorgeous drag down, by the way.
And that's going to take the stock right there. Closest we've been in the set. And we're finally dropping the gyro, so that's going to give Joe a really good tool to actually just use right now.
Ooh, AmarX barely surviving that one, but Joe doesn't care. He's just going to go ahead and put him right back into the corner. AmarX is going to have to figure something out. Otherwise, Joe is really just going to give him the swift 3-0 and a handshake. And he's
just falling down to down tilts and just going to get in there. They're not going to punish the roll. And does he have a jump? Good. Really good fair. They're just going to poke out his hands. And you can hear the one more stock chance coming out. They all want this right now.
Yeah, this will be a pretty good upset for Joe in this bracket as well.
Yeah.
and not only be one stock away from taking it, but you get to three stock one of the top seeds as with the 3-0 into handshake. That is very impressive.
Yeah. And what, dude? This was talking about like the constant platform pressure from. Oh, that was a melee up here. 5-6-1.
Oh, that wait, and that might be it.
That's gonna be it.
The bad DI coming out from AmarX. Joe taking it 3-0 in a handshake. Very good sportsmanship coming from both players. Though talking the fist bump.
It's gonna talk after you see the crowd.
Yeah.
Just the Joe chants coming out as Joe taking it 3-0, so upset by seeding, and just a good win overall.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a fantastic one for Joe right there.
So the winner of that set plays the winner of Chris versus Penne.
That Steve and
probably Steve Ridley.
Ridley?
Yeah. But we are gonna first, before we get any info on that, if that set is even gonna be streamed, we're gonna get Deli Bold versus Rocco. We just had Deli Bold on stream a bit ago, but Rocco is someone who we haven't seen much around recently, just due to the life exists outside of Smash.
Yeah.
But he is a Meta Knight player from Virginia who, when he was playing, had some good results. You've probably seen some of his clips on Twitter. He just, it tends to happen when you can't travel as much. But it's his time to shine if there is one now. The Arcadian.
Two very uncommon characters here, which is unfortunate they have to play each other like this right now. But it's going to be Tunic against Meta Knight. So I think it'll be interesting to see how both characters try and work around each other's neutral. See Moru trying to make the run of a lifetime after being sent to losers a little bit early now. King Robo's up.
Wait, who did? Yeah, King Robo versus Toa right now. That's going on. On the other stream, we do have Thanos Car versus Turtle King, which I'm trying to see if I could find a set count on Thanos Car versus Turtle King. It is 2-1 Turtle King right now. Okay. That also sounds like a really bad matchup. Instant Pichu.
That sounds devastating.
Kind of just die. Van loses, so we saw Cyatomic take it over Fable 3-2. Cal versus Chironi taking it 3-1. Knack versus Disturbed 3-0. But yeah, really taking over Kimonito 3-1 as well.